Welcome to episode 11 of the Mafia King's Heart. Nicholas didn't sleep. Not that night. Not after Ryder's call. The image replayed endlessly in his mind. They know where she lives. 3 simple words. 3 words capable of bringing one of the most powerful men in New York to the edge of panic. Not because he feared for himself, because he feared for Amy. For years, Nicholas had accepted danger as part of his life. Threats, enemies, violence. They came with the territory. But Amy wasn't part of that world. She was innocent, kind, good. And now she was in danger simply because she had become important to him. The realization filled him with guilt and rage, a dangerous combination. By sunrise, security around Amy had doubled. 2 teams rotated shifts. Surveillance covered her apartment building. Additional men monitored her workplace. Every possible precaution was taken. Nicholas personally reviewed every report, every detail, every movement. Anything involving Amy immediately became his priority. Nothing else mattered. Meanwhile, Amy had absolutely no idea, at least not at first. The first clue appeared Monday morning. She left her apartment and noticed the same elderly man reading a newspaper across the street. Again, and again, and again. 3 days in a row. Strange. Then there was the woman walking her dog, always nearby, always appearing at the same times. Even stranger. Amy tried convincing herself it was coincidence. Unfortunately, she wasn't entirely convinced. Work provided little distraction, mostly because Alex Jones had become increasingly difficult to ignore. His behavior had changed. Not dramatically, but enough. Too many visits to her desk. Too many unnecessary compliments. Too many reasons to keep her late after everyone else had gone home. Amy disliked it. A lot. And she was beginning to run out of polite excuses. Wednesday evening became the breaking point. The office was nearly empty. Most employees had already left. Amy remained behind to finish a presentation. A deadline approached. She wanted it completed before morning. The sound of footsteps made her look up. Alex. Again. Amy suppressed a sigh. Still working?
Just finishing something.
Alex smiled, then sat on the edge of her desk. Far too close. Amy immediately felt uncomfortable. You're one of the most talented employees I've ever managed. The compliment felt rehearsed, forced, wrong.
Thank you.
You know, Amy, his voice softened. I think you deserve better opportunities. Alarm bells immediately started ringing. Amy slowly closed her laptop.
Opportunities?
Alex nodded. Someone who appreciates your talent. The meaning behind his words became impossible to miss. Amy stood, creating distance.
I appreciate your confidence in my work.
Alex stood too. Unfortunately, I wasn't talking about work. There it was. Finally. The thing she'd been avoiding. The thing she'd hoped she was imagining. She wasn't.
Alex?
The discomfort in her voice was obvious.
I think this conversation is inappropriate.
His expression darkened slightly. Why?
You know why.
Several tense seconds passed. Then Alex laughed. A humorless laugh.
This is about Nicholas King, isn't it?
Amy froze. The accusation caught her completely off guard.
What?
I see the way he looks at you.
Amy stared, unsure whether to feel embarrassed or angry. Probably both.
That has nothing to do with this.
It has everything to do with this.
His voice sharpened, the bitterness underneath finally showing itself.
Do you think a man like Nicholas King is interested in someone like you?
The words hit harder than they should have. Not because she believed him, because of how cruel they sounded. Before Amy could respond, another voice entered the conversation. Cold, controlled, dangerous.
I'd be very careful with your next sentence.
The room instantly went silent. Amy turned, and her breath caught. Nicholas stood in the doorway. His expression was unreadable, which somehow made him far more frightening. Behind him stood Ryder, equally serious. Alex visibly paled.
Mr. King.
Nicholas didn't look at him, not immediately. His attention went straight to Amy, checking her, making sure she was okay. Only after several seconds did he shift his gaze toward Alex, and the temperature in the room seemed to drop 10 degrees.
What exactly is happening here?
The question sounded calm, too calm. Alex attempted a smile, a terrible mistake.
We were discussing work.
No,
Nicholas's voice remained steady.
you weren't.
The silence that followed felt suffocating. Amy had never seen Nicholas like this. Not really. Not beneath the polished businessman mask. This version was different. Predatory. Dangerous. Powerful. The kind of man people feared. The kind of man capable of destroying lives with a single decision. And for the first time, she understood why. Alex swallowed hard.
You misunderstand.
Nicholas took a single step forward. One step. That was all. Yet Alex immediately retreated, instinctively, like prey recognizing a predator.
I don't misunderstand anything.
His eyes became ice.
You made an employee uncomfortable.
No.
You interrupted her work.
Alex remained silent.
You ignored her boundaries.
Still silent. Nicholas's jaw tightened, barely. Yet somehow the reaction felt terrifying, because Amy could tell he was angry, very angry, and trying extremely hard to control it. Finally, Amy stepped forward.
Nicholas?
The simple sound of her voice changed everything, immediately. The tension eased slightly, not much, but enough. Nicholas looked at her. The dangerous edge in his expression softened, only for her. Only because of her. The realization stunned Amy.
I'm okay.
Nicholas studied her face, searching for signs she wasn't telling the truth. Eventually, he nodded, though he looked unconvinced. Very unconvinced. Then he turned back toward Alex. The warning in his eyes was unmistakable.
Leave.
Alex didn't argue, didn't hesitate. Within seconds, he was gone, practically running. The office fell silent. Amy looked at Nicholas. Nicholas looked at Amy. Neither spoke. Neither seemed entirely sure where to begin. Finally, Amy broke the silence.
You weren't supposed to be here.
Nicholas glanced away. A mistake. A small one, but enough, because Amy immediately noticed.
Nicholas?
Nothing.
Nicholas?
He sighed.
I was nearby.
The answer sounded suspicious. Very suspicious. Amy crossed her arms.
Nearby?
Yes.
At 9 o'clock at night?
Another pause. Amy narrowed her eyes.
You were checking on me.
Nicholas didn't answer, which was answer enough. Something warm settled in Amy's chest. Warm, comforting, dangerous. Because no one had ever protected her like this, not since her parents. The realization made her emotional, more emotional than she wanted to be.
You can't keep rescuing me.
The words came softly. Nicholas stepped closer. Not too close, just enough.
If I have to, I will.
Amy's heart immediately forgot how to function. Again. She really needed to do something about that. For several moments, neither looked away. The office disappeared. The city disappeared. Everything disappeared, leaving only them. and the feelings growing impossible to ignore. What Amy didn't know was that Nicholas wasn't just protecting her from Alex. He was protecting her from far worse. From enemies she couldn't see, threats she didn't understand, a war approaching from the shadows. And sooner or later, the truth would force its way into the light, no matter how desperately Nicholas wanted to shield her from it.